Hello and welcome to our onboard ride of the ZSX 125 by Lexmoto. Now the bike has a recommended retail price of $1,499. That's excluding on the road charges, which are going to be dependent on which dealer you go through to get it. All in all, it's a really nice bike. You can immediately tell, just having a look around the bike, the difference in quality that you're getting in comparison to the previous two commuters by Lexmoto, which are the Arrow and the Street. The plastics on it are better quality. The general finish and quality of the components is a lot better. So one of the benefits is with Pulse and Lexmoto that you are getting a bike which has parts available, but will also continue to have parts available for the future. And they're not only for purchase through dealers. I don't know if anyone's ever tried searching for a Yamaha or a Honda part, but you'll pretty much find very quickly you've either got the options of a breakers online, or you have to go to a dealership. And going through a dealership can be quite expensive. Whilst we're on the subject of compatible parts, prior to getting the bike in, we were doing a little bit of price comparison. We wanted to see how we compared to them, specifically the Honda YBR and CBF. And we got prices back from our local Honda and Yamaha dealers, and they were expensive. Just to give you an idea of the price of the forks, for example. Now the forks are priced per leg, so you're talking left and right here. The Honda was £260. The YBR was £399 per fork. Whereas through CMPO you can go to the website and you can check it right now. We've got those forks up for about £90 retail cost. So let's do some comparisons then. The Honda and Yamaha both feature front discs and a rear drum, same as the ZSX. The YBR features an analog display rather than the digital one that you find on the ZSX. I'm not currently sure on the configuration for the CBF, but I would imagine it's probably analog as well. All obviously 125s. The only engine difference really you'll be looking at would be that the YBR and the Honda CBF are both fuel injected, whereas this model isn't. But considering really the difference is, it's down to whether you want to pay 1,000 odd pounds for fuel injection and a brand name, really. So what do I think of this bike? I actually love it. My favourite bike in the Pulse and Lexmoto range was previously the Adrenaline. You know, it was a no-nonsense bike that just went everywhere you wanted to go. It didn't have any problems, it just performed flawlessly. And unless you're going to crash it into a vehicle like a certain moto video logger would do, it will go on for a good long time. This bike, it's early days I guess at the moment, but I'm really smitten with it. I love the styling on it. You don't have people comparing it to a Yamaha or Honda. It's the Lexmoto ZSX, you know, and that uniqueness really does stand out. It's not a cop-out, it's not trying to be a different bike, it is its own bike. I don't actually have any idea where I'm going, but I guess I'm going to Crediton. Yeah, the bike handles really well. Really enjoyable to ride. You can really chuck it around and have a good time with it. General ride comfort, really nice and comfortable. It's got a nice little underseat storage thing, which is cool. You can chuck some stuff in there like gloves and stuff. You know, what else do you need really? The gearing on it, it's pretty low at the moment. I think it's a 1440 setup. It accelerates pretty quick, and you sort of get it in the fourth gear, third or fourth gear even. Going around lanes, you've already got enough acceleration to pull you out and make it really enjoyable. But that being said, it does sacrifice a little bit on the top end. You tend to find yourself on the flat, is displaying sort of 60 or so. You could probably boost that up, change the sprockets around, and go something a little bit at the top end, but it's enjoyable, you know. And for the task of commuting and riding in towns, the gearing works well. It's forgiving for someone who's inexperienced at gears. You know that if you get on this bike and you come in from an automatic scooter or similar, that you've got a little bit of freedom in the gears. You're not going to be stalling at every opportunity, which is always a benefit. Itchy nose. So yeah, it's a comfortable bike. It's got a nice display on it. I don't know whether you can see that, hopefully maybe. Nice clear display, gives you a gear indicator, odometer, which you can change between, fuel gauge. Oh my word, and we haven't even started on the fuel yet. The fuel on this bike is phenomenal. I don't know whether you can see if I dip forward there to emphasize phenomenal. The bike has an 18-litre tank. Just to give you a little bit of a comparison, the Lexmoto Street, which is the predecessor for this one, features a 13-litre tank, and that nearly made it from Bristol to Glasgow on a single tank. So with 18 litres, you're pretty much looking at the sort of range on a full tank of fuel. You're probably looking at Exeter to London and back on a single tank, which is, you know, that's nothing to be sniffed at. In addition, you've obviously got the fuel gauge to tell you what your fuel level's at. You've also got a fuel warning light, just to tell you when to panic, get some fuel. You've also got a reserve as well. That's everything you could possibly want to deal with your fuel needs. Huge tank, economical engine that's going to give you in excess of 100 miles per gallon. A reserve if you do ignore the fuel gauge and the fuel warning light. Ease of access is phenomenal. Yeah, so driving lessons, they're expensive. For the equivalent of 5 £20 car lessons, you could have a day's CBT course. Most CBT centres tend to offer CBTs for about £100. That's including bike run as well, so you don't even need to have a bike before you start. You're talking 1 day's training on your CBT, and you're free to go out and get up to a 125 bike. And that's a great thing, you know. I mean, I put it to you that you could have an idea on a Saturday of, yeah, I want to give a bike a go. You could book your CBT. You will need a provisional license for that already, but most people tend to get it as soon as they turn 17 or so. What is that? It's a Land Rover. Yes, out of my way, I'm an imported motorcyclist. There's another automobile. So yeah, Saturday, think about it. Give them a call, get your CBT in. You could do your CBT midweek, and you could go buy the week bike. You could go buy a bike on the weekend following. You know, that's awesome. To think that, you know, you could be mobile within a week. No more buses, no more trains, no more car share, no more walking, no more cycling. Just simply go get a bike and experience what is, you know, motorcycling is awesome. So yeah, all in all, this bike is great. I'm a big fan. It's a lot of fun. It's a hell of a lot better than a train or a car, or a bus, or walking, or cycling, or even possibly a hot air balloon. It took some exceptional skill, some unusual, maybe unorthodox undertaking, but we beat the Yamaha YBR. I think we can summarise that as a victory for non-Japanese Chinese branded bikes. I think. Is that right? Non-Japanese branded Chinese bikes. Yeah! Take that!